We have been visiting Papua New Guinea every year since 2014. What a beautiful place. A land of enticing landscapes and amazing birds of paradises. But things are not that pretty anymore. We are afraid these unique wonders might not last for long. These landscapes are being harmed by too much deforestation and hasty construction, leading to a decline in bird populations. So, our advice is to visit this paradise before it is lost forever. Welcome to Pali Planet, the channel for adventure travelers. In this episode, we travel to Papua New Guinea, the holy grail for birders and wildlife photographers. The bird life here is incredible, with 746 bird species recorded in this country, and 114 of them are endemic. What's even more fascinating is that 38 of these birds are the mesmerizing birds of paradises. Throughout this video, we will explore the key birding sites, share travel tips, discuss safety precautions. Be sure to check the description for links to additional reading materials, local guides, safe accommodations, and more. Let's get started. Papua New Guinea goes way beyond its stunning bird life. Picture this: a land of more than 800 different languages spoken by around 1,000 distinct tribes, some living deep within lush forests, keeping ancient traditions alive. From the intricate headdresses worn by the Huli Wigmen in the Central Highlands to the exquisite artistry of the Sepik River tribes, Papua New Guinea's cultural diversity is truly something to marvel at. And not too long ago, some tribes even practiced cannibalism as part of their rituals, which, though chilling, is a strangely captivating glimpse into their cultural history. Papua New Guinea is situated northeast of Australia, sharing the island of New Guinea with Indonesia. The island of New Guinea is divided into two parts. The western half, known as West Papua, is a province of Indonesia, and the eastern half is Papua New Guinea, an independent nation with its capital in Port Moresby. If you're planning a trip to Papua New Guinea, your adventure will typically begin in Port Moresby, home to Jackson International Airport. Your safety should be your top priority when visiting Papua New Guinea. While most people in this stunning country are kind and friendly, it's wise to exercise caution, especially in city suburbs where crime rates are high. Additionally, tribal conflicts can erupt unexpectedly, and it's not a good idea to be in the middle of such situations. Many areas, especially lowland and beach zones, have a high risk of malaria. Medical facilities in these regions are basic. To protect yourself, use mosquito-repellent sprays and wear long-sleeved clothing. We strongly advise consulting your doctor and taking anti-malaria tablets before your trip. Keep in mind that flight cancellations and bad weather can mess up your plans in Papua New Guinea. You see, the road network isn't that great there, so people rely on flights a lot. But the thing is, these flights can sometimes get canceled or delayed at the last minute because of unpredictable weather or a shortage of planes. Now, let's shift our focus to birdwatching and wildlife photography in Papua New Guinea. Our journey kicks off in Varirata National Park, located about 23 kilometers from Port Moresby. This park is elevated and cooler than the city, and is home to an impressive 235 bird species, many of which are found nowhere else. You need to arrive before sunrise to witness the enchanting display of Ragiana birds of paradise, the national bird of Papua New Guinea. You will see a wide variety of birds here, such as brown-headed paradise kingfisher, yellow-billed kingfisher, jewel babbler, the poisonous pitohui, barking owl, barred owlet nightjar, and the highly elusive forest bittern. Keep at least 3 full days for exploring the park's many trails and birding spots. Another good spot for birding in Port Moresby is Pacific Adventist University, where you can spot the fascinating Papuan frogmouths and various other bird species, including marshland and savanna dwellers. You only need an afternoon to explore the lush bushes, open areas, and ponds here. After our visits in Port Moresby, it's time to head to the Central Highlands. Birdwatchers have long favored Tari Gap and the Ambua Lodge area, but recently, many safety concerns have emerged. So, we'll take a direct flight to Mount Hagen and spend a few days exploring this region. One spot you'll definitely want to visit here is the Rondon Ridge, home to the famous Rondon Ridge Hotel. The terrain is steep, but it's a prime spot for spotting the beautiful King of Saxony birds of paradise. The striking black and brown sicklebill birds of paradise, the highly sought-after Loria's satin bird, and the Lawes parotia, among many others. If you're up for some more adventure, think about checking out Rupp area to catch a glimpse of the dazzling blue bird of paradise. You can also head to the Bayer area to witness the enchanting lesser bird of paradise, or venture to Neblier Valley for a jaw-dropping display of the magnificent bird of paradise. Just keep in mind that these spots are a solid hour's drive away from Mount Hagen and might involve some serious trekking. And while the birds of paradise are the stars of the show, you'll also have the chance to spot plenty of other bird species in these incredible highland landscapes. After Mount Hagen, we'll head to the nearby Enga province, home to the renowned Kumul Lodge. This lodge is unique, perhaps the only place on Earth where you can see birds of paradise at a feeding table. The lush forest surrounding the lodge also provides an ideal backdrop for spotting various bird species. You are likely to see ribbon-tailed astrapia, brown sicklebill, crested satinbird, ploughbill, crested berrypicker, smoky honey-eater, etc. here. Exploring the Enga province doesn't end at Kumul Lodge. You should definitely head out to nearby spots like Pijitis. There you can watch king birds of Saxony, Papuan parakeets, and lesser melampitas. And don't miss Tonga Valley for the blue bird of paradise. Plus, there's the Kama birding site, where you can spot superb bird of paradise, mountain misomelis, ornate melodectes, chestnut-breasted cuckoos, and more. Kumul Lodge has seasoned naturalists and vehicles to take you around on exciting birding excursions. We suggest staying here for 4 nights to explore all the birding opportunities. Once you've had your fill of the incredible Enga experience, we'll head back to Mount Hagen and catch a flight to Kiunga. Kiunga, which used to be a mining and port city, has transformed into a fantastic spot for lowland birding in Papua New Guinea. You'll want to set aside at least 5 nights to make the most of your time here. Bird watching in Kiunga mainly revolves around exploring the scenic Fly River and its tributaries. Here's what a typical day looks like. In the mornings, you'll hop on a delightful 4-hour boat ride from Kiunga Port with some tasty packed food in tow to reach various birding spots. And what can you expect to find? Well, get ready to encounter flame bower birds, crowned pigeons, 12-wired birds of paradise, king birds of paradise, golden mynas, and a whole bunch of other fascinating bird species in this lowland forest. You may have to spend hours in these makeshift hides waiting for the birds to arrive. Believe me, it is worth the wait. The Fly riverbeds are especially famous for hosting numerous kingfisher species, including the hook-billed kingfisher. Another must-visit spot is Kilometer 17, a distinctive forest zone 17 kilometers from Kiunga, on the Kiunga-Tabubil Highway. This area is renowned for greater birds of paradise and jewel babblers. Tabubil, a border town near Indonesia, is a great place to spot the magnificent bird of paradise. Bird enthusiasts might find it here more rewarding than photographers. Remember, including Tabubil in your itinerary is optional, not a must. As your birding adventure comes to an end, it's time to head back to Port Moresby to fly back home. Papua New Guinea is full of surprises, but it's important to be aware of potential risks, as we mentioned earlier in the video. To ensure your safety, it's a good idea to work with local guides and, if needed, think about hiring security personnel. It's worth noting that a top guide from Port Moresby might not be as helpful in Kiunga, so it's best to trust the guidance of locals you can rely on. The best time to visit Papua New Guinea for wildlife is between July and September. Here's one last piece of advice for explorers. It can rain in Papua New Guinea anytime, so make sure you are prepared for it. Our production team, led by Pali Planet photographer Sabu Kanatukara, faced challenges while filming in Papua New Guinea. We'll save his stories for another time. Now, it is your turn. Your moment is waiting. If you are an adventure traveler, please subscribe to this channel.